Hello everybody, how are you all doing? What happened here? Hold on. Why is the Call of the Wild scene not centered properly? Is it because I'm tabbed out? It must be. Hold on. Oh yeah, there we go. It went back to normal once I tabbed back into the game. There we go. So how's everybody doing? Hopefully you're all doing well. Let's jump into a little bit of SRP, try to get that elk today. Hopefully we can end up getting it. So, I'm sure most of you guys have seen that there's an AR-15 in 22 LR being added to Call of the Wild, as we went over in today's video. No, it's not full auto. It would AR-15s are not full auto. AR-15s are these semi-automatic civilian variants. And it doesn't stand for assault rifle either, Jan. It means Armalite rifle. But yes, we are getting an AR-15 in 22 LR, which is going to be interesting. A lot of people are not happy that it's in 22 LR, but I've got a good feeling that the rest of the pack is probably going to be ARs as well. If I were to take a guess, I'd say there's probably an AR in a higher caliber and then kind of like a mid-range caliber as well. That would be my guess, at least, with not really knowing any information about it. That's my guess as of now. Well, I mean, of course you could convert them to full auto, but they're typically sold semi-automatic. It's going to be class 1 because it's 22 LR. I don't think it'd be 308 and 300 Blitz. If anything, I'm guessing 308 and something like 223 or possibly 224 Valkyrie. And not gonna lie, I would love 224 Valkyrie. That's probably one of my dream like lower calibers to have in the game. Just because it's kind of an oddball newer caliber that not a lot of people know about, but it's actually a pretty sweet round. No, it really does mean Armalite rifle. It's just been dubbed as assault rifles because of the way the media is. But they're not really called assault rifles. Assault rifles are the fully automatic ones that are used by the military. Stuff like your HK-416s, AK-47s, AKMs, like that type of stuff, those are assault rifles. Yeah, Lunar, for sure. Yeah, that would be awesome, Justin. To be honest, I'm not too upset if they don't, just because the M1 is basically the same thing. 5 rounds, semi-automatic. If you get full recoil perks, that thing is a beast. Yeah, I'm hoping for an AR-10, Deer Killer. Really hoping for an AR-10 chambered in 308. That would be my dream rifle to have in the game. I've wanted a 308 for so long, and like an AR-10 in 308 would be like the ultimate 308 to have. I really hope we get a 308. And you know what? At this point, since they went ahead and took the plunge and gave us an AR, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a 308 AR-10 somewhere in this pack. I am like so excited to see what these next two should be. It's going to be class 1, Cohen, because it is a 22 LR. Not this one, Nolan. Hopefully there'll be more ARs in the pack that'll be in different calibers, but the one that they have revealed is 22 LR. Yeah, the recoil perks are very good. Some of the better perks that you can get, for sure. They're definitely some of the ones I would consider to be like necessity perks, especially for people that like to grind and want to have fast follow-up shots. That's a decent 4. And no, we would not get an AK. That's not really... They're a little bit different. They're not really used for hunting. I mean, you could use them for hunting, but it's not a common choice. I have never seen anybody hunting with a semi-automatic AK. But ARs are used quite often, especially over here in the US. In fact, it's probably the most popular hunting rifle. especially for stuff like hogs. Doing good, meme blocks. We're chasing after some rocky elk, hopefully getting that albino today. Yeah, it's gonna be 5 rounds. And that's probably just for balance reasons. And also because in a lot of states in the US, I don't know what it's like in other countries, but in the US at least there's a decent amount of states that limit you to 5 rounds in semi-automatic rifles while hunting. Like, for example, here in Oregon, I can use like 30-round magazines for ARs if I'm recreational shooting, but if I'm hunting, I have to use a 5-round magazine or less. I don't know why they limit it like that. It's kind of strange, but that's just how it is. But I'm assuming that's one of the reasons they made it 5 rounds was to, I guess, avoid the people that would be saying, like, you're not allowed to have that many rounds in an AR, or why do we have 30 rounds? That's too overpowered. Which I do kind of agree. It would be pretty overpowered to have a 30-round 22. That would just make all other 22s obsolete. So I can understand why they went with 5 rounds. Although I would have been fine with them doing 10. But this rifle is a lot more accurate than the 22 LR Virant that we currently have. And it's got the fire rate of the 22 handgun, so it can fire so fast. And with like barely any muzzle rise at all. And literally like no space in between shots. You can just spam it so fast. So I'm pretty excited for it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to use, especially on stuff like turkeys and rabbits. I think that's where it's going to shine the most, is turkey hunting. I can just imagine just popping turkeys with this thing. I'm excited to try it out. Hopefully they end up making the release date of the 22nd. Nice, Shane. Yeah, that mule deer did have a decent estimate. Just a 4, though. I know it's not going to be a free DLC. They would have told us by now if it was free. Because that would kind of be big news if it was free. But it's definitely going to be a paid DLC like all weapon packs. Weapon packs are typically $3.99 USD. So it's typically relatively affordable. And when they first release it, there's usually a 10% discount as well. So it shouldn't be too expensive. Hey Mel, how's it going? How you doing? Oh, that's to be expected, Mel. People are gonna complain. It's because a lot of people think that it's gonna break the game, but then they forget that the M1 is a thing. Which, it just makes no sense to me how people could say that an AR is gonna break the game when the M1 already broke the game. The M1 is the most overpowered rifle in the game. Nice, not really Call of the Wild. Good old KC. Yeah, I love Mississippi. It's my favorite map, Darth. Just because of the kind of switch up in playstyle. And the rarity of like all the rares on that map makes me really enjoy it, because it's a bit more difficult to hunt than a lot of maps. And the gators and raccoons are just amazing. 2 of my favorite species. Yeah, pretty much, Johnny. Pretty much. I don't understand why people are complaining about ARs coming to the game, except for maybe just because of the, I guess the view that the media across the world has painted them in. That could be one of the reasons why some people are upset. And then the other people that are upset are probably mad because they think it's going to break the game. They think it's going to break the balance of the game. But like I said, the M1 is already the most insane rifle ever. And it's got 5 rounds of 30-06. So, yeah. They could legit add like a semi-automatic. They could add an AR in 308, and I guarantee it probably wouldn't even be as good as the M1 because 308's a slightly weaker round. So the M1 will probably still be king even if they add a 308 AR. But it's going to be interesting to see what these last 2 guns are. Dominator, thank you so much for the super chat. How would you feel about treeing hounds to call the wild? As a houndsman, it would be fun to see tree raccoons, bears, and mountain lions. I'm not really too familiar with how it's done. I think it would be cool, but I could definitely see some people having issues with it. That's the only thing that I could see there, is that there's probably some people that would have issues with it, so I don't know if EW would do it, but I'd be interested in it. I think it would be cool. Honestly, the more ways we have to hunt, the better. I've always just wanted as much content in this game as we can get, regardless of what it is, just so it gives you options. Yeah, it is. It definitely is unfortunate that it's only 5 rounds. 10 probably would have been better. But like I said, it's probably for balance purposes, because it is miles more accurate and controllable than the current 22 rifle. So I'm guessing that's why. Because I'm telling you, if that thing had 10 rounds, nobody would use the current 22 LR. Because it would just not compare to the new AR. I feel like that's probably their reasoning. Where could we go here? Is there any lakes that look untouched? No. Alright, well. The server seems pretty heavily hunted. Yeah, that is right. One of the ARs is camo. That is one of the things I didn't expect to see, but I'm happy about it. The only thing that's kind of disappointing is the camo is only on the stock and the pistol grip, and you can't see either of those when you're hunting. Yeah, true, Johnny, true. But at least for once, instead of a gun just taking over the old ones and making them obsolete, I think we're going to see a pretty even amount of people using the old 22 and a pretty even amount of people using the new one. Might be the first time where we have a pretty split opinion across the community as to which one is better. I'm just excited to get my hands on a new gun. I can't tell, is that... That's not diamond, I don't think. That does not look diamond at all. Let's check the others. Okay, nothing crazy. Yeah, that's definitely not diamond. That's probably like 430s. I'm gonna say 433 because that's the low estimate. Ooh, that was close. I lagged a little bit as I tried to shoot there. Thought I missed it, honestly. Yeah, I don't understand, Corey. Like, it's clearly not an automatic. It's just got a very fast fire rate, just like the 22 pistol. I mean, hold on. Let's just look at this. I'm sure not everybody has seen this, but this is the 22 handgun. You see how fast I just emptied out 10 rounds? We already have a gun that fires extremely fast in 22 LR. Like, that is crazy fast firing. The new AR is going to be roughly the same. It'll be semi-automatic, but it will fire pretty quickly. What's the point of adding another 22? So my theory is that it's probably... This weapon pack is probably going to include 3 ARs if I were to take a guess. And so my thoughts is they probably did low caliber, mid caliber, high caliber. But obviously we haven't seen the other 2 weapons, so they might be completely different. But it's probably just for variety, to be honest. It's probably just for variety. Alright, let's see how this guy scores. Why am I lagging so much? 461. That's actually more than half the level 5s I've killed this grind. Not a bad one. Decent elk. Always nice to get those, and holy, the lag is so bad. What happened? Do I have like extra tabs open or something? No? No, it looks like I'm fine. It must be this session. I'm gonna leave this session because it's lagging like crazy. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, little tigers. Because there is a lot of really nice, large calibers that you can get for ARs. 50 Beowulf, 450 Bushmaster, 300 Blackout. 300 Blackout, not gonna lie, would be really cool. I'd love to see 300 Blackout. It wouldn't be nearly as big of a round as the current 300 Magnum, because 300 Blackout's a bit of a, it's more catered to close range. It's a subsonic round. Commonly known for being used by the Honey Badger. We can go to this server, I guess, and see how it is. Will the AR be good? I think it will, but it's all gonna come down to what you value more in a rifle. The new AR looks to be extremely accurate. Very good at decently longer ranges. And its fire rate is crazy fast. But it only has 5 rounds, so if you want higher ammo capacity, then I would definitely say the old 22 would be better. So it really depends on where you see value in a rifle. High magazine capacity or quick fire rate with super insane accuracy. It definitely would, Dino. It definitely would. I don't think there is a 17 HMR AR, Alexander. I've never heard of one, at least. Nice, little tigers. That's awesome, dude. Thank you so much, man. Hopefully we do get something nice today. Don't see anything over there. So this is right at the beginning of elk time. They're probably going to take a little bit to start moving in, but hopefully we can find a couple. I actually didn't check. Is this... Oh, wow. Yeah, this is unsearched, and we're the only person in the session because it was a 2-player session. And this is nice. If we can find some good stuff, that'll be amazing. Oh, that reminds me. I got a really amazing trophy last night out of a level 16 multiplayer session. I am so excited to show it to you guys because it is my personal best ever for this species. Should I give you guys a little taste of it? Should I tell you guys what it was, but not tell you the score? Just to give you guys a little taste. Because it'll probably be a few days before I put it in a video, with all the, like, news with the new, update and stuff. You guys want a little, teaser? Okay. Let's just say the Mythical Panther has been taken down. That's all I'm gonna say. We'll leave it at that. The Mythical Panther has been taken down on a level 16 multiplayer server. And I think just by the, if you guys have been in the Call of the Wild community for a while, you probably know what people call the Black Panther in Call of the Wild. So you can probably figure out what it is. Yeah, I've seen a couple people get it correct in the chat. But I'm very happy with it. Like, I freaked out when I spotted it. It was really late at night, so like I wasn't able to record commentary over it because my daughter and wife were sleeping, so I wasn't able to record commentary over it. But I'll just record the commentary over it after and just kind of explain what was going down, like I would with anything that doesn't have commentary. But I'm excited to get it in a video because it was a crazy trophy. And like I said, it's probably the best one that I've killed. And it took me so long to find it. I mean, I've been hunting Silver Ridge Peaks very, very consistently ever since it came out. This is by far the map that I've played the most. And this is the first time I've ever seen one this good. The new AR is Class 1, Billy, because it's a 22 LR. My theory, though, is that there's probably 2 more ARs in the weapon pack, because they didn't announce the other 2 weapons yet. All we know is that it's going to be 2 more rifles. So I'm guessing it's going to be 2 more ARs. Probably in maybe 308 and then 450 Bushmaster or something like that. That way we get a nice coverage of a lot of different classes. Hard to say, though. But I mean, either way, I'm very excited. And I'm assuming you're probably pretty excited about it as well. No worries, Billy. No worries. Nice, Nate. That's awesome. Tell your friend thank you for watching the streams, and I really appreciate it. Well, the thing that I would recommend, Lil Tigers, when I talk about how multiplayer is really good, I'm not talking about bringing like your own multiplayer up. When I mainly talk about multiplayer being good, it's joining other people's multiplayer sessions that is good, because you're seeing like a fresh population of animals that you've never seen before. Like when you're hunting your own map, you kind of get an idea of like what's on your map if you hunted a lot. And when you go into multiplayer, you never know what you're going to find, and if you get into a good server, you could find yourself a lot of diamonds and rares. Which is why I always look for like some low-level servers or servers that don't have a lot of need zones like this. Like there's no need zones around this lake, so good chance nobody's been here before. But as far as like benefits to opening up your own map, there is some benefits. The main ones being that it can be good for getting respawns. Like, let's say you don't see any diamonds on your map at all, and you're pretty confident there's not really any. You can open up your map and let people hunt things, and then next time you go into single player, you'll have respawns from the animals that the people shot. So it can be a benefit if you just don't want to do the hunting yourself and would rather other people shoot animals on your map. So I guess that's probably the main benefit of it. And also, like any need zones that people discover on your map, they will stay. But the one negative is that a lot of times people delete need zones as well, which is definitely not good. So it's got its positives and negatives. Welcome back, Blitz. Oh gosh. The fun parts, Blitz, the fun parts. Just don't use slap rounds. Yeah, don't use the slap rounds. Those things will slap you. The AK-50 would be funny. It would. EW needs to team up with Brandon Herrera and bring the AK-50 to Call of the Wild. Oh, man. I hope he gets that thing, like, fully running, like, sooner than later. We need to see, like, the fully completed version of it. That's probably still going to be like months, if not years away, though. That's a difficult thing to accomplish. Nice, Billy. Thank you for that. That's going to be helpful. Because I know we'll get the question a lot. I mean, Darth, the AR platform is the most popular hunting rifle in all of the United States. I don't know about other parts of the world because a lot of places don't allow them. But here in the US, the AR platform is by far the most popular for hunting. That's basically what more than half of the people here use for hunting because it's just reliable, it's effective, and it's a readily available platform to get. I mean, the first time I ever went hunting, I took one out in 223. That was my first rifle ever. That was the first rifle that I ever owned. Was a AR in 223. And that was the first gun that I took hunting with me. Don't see anything here, so let's go check. Ah, this will be a good area. I don't know, Joris. This spot has always been really full of black bear. The biggest problem about this lake up there is it's almost always just female black bear. The update is scheduled to be released the 22nd of this month. However, the patch has not finished passing certification on Xbox or PlayStation, so provided everything goes as planned and they get accepted, then it will be the 22nd. If not, it might change. Thank you, Billy. I always forget that that's a thing, that you can actually edit them on the fly like that, so I'm glad that you're doing that. Yeah, 3-8 rifle would be kind of OP. Personally, I think if they add like a 308 AR, it'll probably be 3 to 7. And to be honest, we kind of need another rifle that's in that 3 to 7 range, because right now the Mosin is the only rifle that covers 3 to 7. Because the 243 is 2 to 6. A lot of other rifles are 4 to 8. So it would be kind of nice to have another 3 to 7. And I'd also like to see the 6.5 brought down to a 3 to 7 to... That way it kind of keeps consistency. Wow, there's like no mountain lions here. That's actually kind of shocking. That's really shocking, actually. Oh. The host left. Well, you guys know what that means. It is time to, time to go to a, early morning drink time for the elk. Yeah, I don't recommend that either, Johnny. It's not very effective. It doesn't work very good. As much as I love that gun, it's in the wrong class range. What do you mean, Toddy boy? I'm assuming walk was a typo? I'm assuming you meant you're not excited? And if that was the case, why not? It happens all the time, Darth. In fact, like states like Florida and Texas and Louisiana, places like that is probably where it's most popular because of wild hogs, but it's used all over the world, or all over the US at least. Very, very often. I'm honestly surprised you didn't know that. It's by far the most popular hunting rifle. Or hunting platform. Because of the reliability and versatility of it, the customization. Like, it is incredibly widely used. Ooh, is that a 5? Hold up. I can't not. Maybe that actually kind of looks. Maybe, I don't know. It kind of looks like the shape of the 5, but it seems too small. It seems way too small, but kind of looks like one. No, it's a 4. Okay. So I think that's the same rack as that Troll 5 we got the other day. The one that was bent backwards really weird. Cool elk, but not what we're after. Alright, let's check these other spots. I really want to go to this lake. This is by far the best lake for early morning drink time. I very commonly get like 20, well not quite 20, but like 10 to 15 here. Yes, DJ. Going for the albino diamond Rocky. Well, just any albino to be honest. But oh, if it's an albino diamond, that would be beautiful. That would be amazing if it was. My favorite map at the moment is Mississippi with Silver Ridge Peaks just barely behind it. Oh yeah, 3 to 9 would be just a broken rifle. I don't think that'll ever happen. The problem with that, Jeff, is regardless of like the type of mod that it is, it still gives you an advantage over other players, so I don't condone any of that type of stuff. We don't talk about mods here because it is very against what the developers want for the game. They're very against the usage of mods no matter what it is. And the biggest issue with something like that, with like a render one, is the fact that nobody else can see that far. So it gives you an unfair advantage. Especially if you're in multiplayer. You know, other people can't see that far. No, it's gonna be class 1 only, Echo. It's 22 LR. So it is going to be class 1 only. You know, when are we gonna find a diamond bison? I have spotted so many bison herds the last couple days, and none of them have even been like half decent. Like, one of these days we gotta get one again. It's been ages since I got not an albino, but a diamond bison. Can I just spot all these, please? Yeah, not really anything good. Sad day. Alright, let's head up to the lake. Well, my guess, Ace, is that they're probably going to have 2 more different calibers for the ARs as the other 2 weapons. That would be my guess, at least. Because of the way this pack seems to be going, I'm guessing we'll get other ARs in different calibers. I think that's honestly kind of what I like, Darth. I like the difficulty of Mississippi. It doesn't hunt like other maps do. Like on Mississippi, it's pretty difficult to get anything good. And that's why I really love it. Should get a 1911? You know, honestly, I would be fine with that. There's a 10mm handgun in the Hunter Classic, and it's a great handgun. So, it would be nice to see that in Call of the Wild as well. AR versus Gator, that sounds fun. Imagine. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. I don't know if you guys were watching the chat in-game. The in-game chat. Somebody joined and they're like, nice fake name. And then I told them to check YouTube because I'm live, and they left the session like 20 seconds later. They probably checked, realized they were wrong, and then just left. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah, Johnny, but that's why I want a 10mm. That's why I want a 10mm handgun. Because that would actually be really strong. 10mm is a strong round. Got a lot of stopping power. What's the year model of the Kuso? I actually don't know. I don't think they've specified what year. That's not good, Brayden. That stuff's rough. We just got over it a couple weeks ago, and oh my gosh, it was the worst thing I've had in years. Oh, got you, Lunar. That's understandable. That's totally understandable. Oh, it is an 1897? Gotcha. Hey, Colton, how's it going, man? Yeah, the growth's been crazy recently. We all know I'm really Flinter. Yes, I am 100% Flinter. I'm Flinter disguised as Scarecrow in multiplayer. That's actually who I am. Thank you, Colton. Yeah, a lot of the growth happened during the Mississippi release. I think during the Mississippi release, we gained, like, I think some crazy amount, like 6,000 or 7,000 subs in a month. By far the most insane month I ever had. December was crazy. Are you a Flinter fan? Yes, indeed. Flinter's one of the only creators that I really watch, because I really don't have a lot of time to watch other Call of the Wild videos. So I have to usually just pick out like a couple to watch each day, and Flinter's usually my first choice. And then I also watch some Kill Clinton. I watch some DD33. I watched this turkey get smoked by the 22 handgun. That thing literally just hopped my bullets. I think I only hit it twice. Yeah, twice. What is this? What did I do to this poor thing? Oh my gosh. Yes, apparently I do hunt in real life. What did I just do to this poor little turkey? No, Tropic. Let's just say he doesn't like me. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. What did I do to this poor thing? Oh, that poor little dude. Kind of feel bad. I just like folded it up. Hey, that's our uneven turkey that we always talk about. We got the uneven turkey, guys. Alright, let's see if there's any elk here. I just blasted that 22 off a bunch, so if there was any close, they're probably gone, but hopefully there'll be some throughout the rest of it. That's bison. I mean, I'll take a nice level 5 bison, that'd be great. Just toss one my way, call the wild, please. Oh, there's an elk. Little 4. Nothing too special or impressive. Welcome back, Smash. Turned into a Beyblade? Oh my gosh. Truax turkeys confirmed. Imagine. Oh my gosh. If we ever get like the Truax system implemented onto the spurs and the tail, or not the tails, but the spurs and the beers of the turkeys, that will be a dream come true. That'd be so nice. Then turkey hunting would probably be taken more seriously in Call of the Wild. And if they got rid of need zones for turkeys, I feel like that's probably the thing that holds turkey hunting back the most, is the fact that they've all got need zones. And they're not just like roaming around, so turkey hunting doesn't really feel like real life turkey hunting. Oh really, Brandon? That's hilarious. That is hilarious. I don't blame him though for thinking it's a fake one. There has been a lot of fakes of like a lot of different creators recently. I've been seeing a lot more impersonators in multiplayer, so it's understandable. Like I always say, if you're ever in a multiplayer with somebody named Scarecrow and you're not sure if it's me or not, just send me a quick message in Discord and ask if it's me in multiplayer, and chances are I'll reply to it pretty quickly. And that'll be your easy confirmation as to whether or not it's me. And we're not really getting too many elk over this lake, which is kind of surprising. On my map, this lake is just amazing. Is 4 diamond level 2 whitetail deer in the same day good? Yeah, that's pretty good, Nate. Maybe one of these days, Toddy. Maybe one of these days we can make that happen. Right now, I'd say my channel's probably not large enough to get noticed by him. But you never know. One of these days, it might become a thing. Fold that turkey. I cannot wait for the buff on the 22 Hornet. It's gonna be so good. I got a feeling the gun's actually gonna be useful once they do this buff to it. For those of you that didn't watch the video I posted today and haven't watched the EW livestream, the 22 Hornet is getting reduced in price, clear down to 5,500. It's only going to cost 5,500 credits to purchase the gun, and then 250 for each box of ammo. Which is such a drastic decrease in price. Because currently, the 22 Hornet costs 75k. So they're literally cutting off 69,500. That's pretty crazy. Like, I've never seen a gun in Call of the Wild get that big of a price reduction. That's got to be a first. Is that Mela? I don't know. I think it's gotta be. That's a female. They're normally not that dark. I think that's gotta be melanistic. That's gotta be a melanistic, guys, right? That looks melanistic. Oh, please be melanistic. It's been so long since I've seen a Mela Bison. That would be just amazing if it is. Which one is it? This one? think it is. Unless I'm looking at the wrong one. I actually don't know which one I shot. And also, that didn't penetrate to vitals, I don't think. What happened there? It doesn't look mela anymore, though. That looks to be just a regular common... Ow? Chill, dude. Chill. Yeah, I don't think it's mela anymore. After we shot it, it got into the light a little bit better, and it looks like a normal one. Very strange that that didn't get good penetration, though. I've been having a lot of issues with the 300 recently. Yeah, it's definitely a common. It looked melanistic for a little while, though. Until we got into better lighting, but it's still very strange that shot did not get good penetration. It just recently, that's been my experience with the 300. It just seems to be really, really off compared to what it was pre this last patch. Yeah, same, Dino. Like, not only is it going to get a increase in power, but it's also getting that price reduction. It's going to be a pretty massive change for that rifle. And I think that's actually going to make it viable. I think people will use it a lot more. Because right now, the only use I find for the 22 Hornet is just shooting turkeys. Like, it's good on turkeys. And I have fun shooting quail with it, but other than that, it's not very useful. But after this update, it should be very useful. No, Jan. There's no way for them to do that because all game saves are saved locally. So they don't have any way of knowing if you've purchased it. Like, there's no way for the game to know if you purchased it or not when you update. So there's no way they could do that. I think the only way they could make that happen is if the game was fully online. And obviously there's a lot of people that don't want the game to ever be fully online, so I doubt that'll ever happen. But if it was fully online, they probably could do things like that. I think we've checked most of the spots for elk. We do want to check that lake, so I'll reset the time and then head down there. New 22 Hornet price is $5,500 once this next update drops the 22nd. What's the most diamond whitetail deer I've got? Are you talking about like in one day or what? I think the most I ever got in one day was probably like 5, maybe? And that was back, I believe, on our 3rd Great One grind. Before I got the 3rd Great One. Pretty sure that's when we got like a bunch of them back to back to back. It's very rare to see that many. Because people want new guns, Brandon. Everybody, or well, the vast majority of the community has been asking for new rifles for a very long time. And at least for me personally, new content like new rifles, that's what keeps me interested in the game, is having something new to use. Sure, it would be nice to see the 6.5 buffed or changed in class, but when it comes to stuff like that, I'd rather new guns than old ones getting changes. They should make a Great One Bison. That would be interesting. I wonder how they would do that. What's my favorite diamond? Definitely the red deer. No, Variety Angler. They've mentioned in the past that it's unfortunately not really possible for them to do crossplay. It would be one of those things that's too expensive and difficult to do because the game didn't launch with it. Dude, me too, Brandon. I want to see a 7mm Mod 8 as well. That's one of my most wanted rifles. 7mm Mod 8, 308, 416, 450 Bushmaster. 50 Beowulf would be pretty cool as well. I'd really like to see the 224 Valkyrie. And then maybe something that's not really that common, like a 6mm. I believe it's the 6mm Grendel, if I'm not mistaken. I know there's a 6.5 Grendel, but I think there's a 6mm Grendel as well. Yes, update is coming the 22nd of this month, and that's actually funny because we have exactly 222 viewers at the moment. Oh, it's 6. Yeah, 6.8 would be cool. No, I sadly have not killed a super rare whitetail. To be honest, I haven't even got close to getting a rare diamond whitetail, which is surprising. I've killed 10,000 whitetail over the course of the last 3 years. Or 2 years, or whenever the Great One was released. And I think the best thing I've got was a 239 albino. Yeah, definitely, Johnny. There's a lot of those calibers in like the 6mm range that I'd like to see, like 6mm, 6.8, 6.5, like a couple of the other 6.5s would be cool. Like the 6.5 PRC would be nice. Do they actually specify what the current one is? Does it actually say? No, it doesn't. It just says 6.5mm. It doesn't say whether it's a PRC or what's the other one? I'm literally forgetting the name of the rifle that I've been looking at for like the past month. Yeah, Creedmoor, that's it. I was gonna say, how did I forget Creedmoor? This is a rifle I've been like debating on buying in real life. How did I forget it? The new AR is chambered in 22 LR. But I've got a sneaking suspicion that the rest of the guns in the pack are probably other ARs in higher calibers, Blue Dragons, so if you're not a fan of 22, then maybe there's gonna be something else in the next coming weeks. But yeah, the current one that they have revealed is 22. I'm really hoping that it will be 2 more ARs. I mean, regardless of what it is, I'm just happy that we finally have a weapon pack that's all rifles. Because that means that pretty much guaranteed we'll have a new rifle to hunt stuff like deer and elk. And that's got me super excited. And even if these last 2 are not ARs, they have to be more modern weapons, like more modernized looking rifles. Just because of the fact that it's called the Modern Weapons Pack, or the Modern Rifle Pack, I should say. That pretty much just says that it's gonna be all, like, more fancy, modern-looking guns. I wouldn't be surprised if we do get something like a 7mm Mod 8. Especially one that looks similar to the one in Classic. I believe the one in Classic is modeled after the Scout. The Stair Scout, which is a pretty sweet rifle. Where should we go now? We could check here. We might do Verhonga pretty soon. I do want to continue the albino lion grind, so... Do you think they should slightly buff the 270? To be honest, Tyler, I think they should buff most of the guns. Most of them are kind of underwhelming compared to their real-life counterparts. Most notably, the 6.5, 270, 243, 223, 22 LR. They're all way too underpowered compared to what they can do in real life. And the 300's a bit overpowered. It's a little bit better than what it should be. You can't really hunt Cape Buffalo with a 300 in real life. It's just not allowed, really. So, there's definitely a lot of guns that need changes on what they can take down. Yeah, I'd like to see something like that, Brandon. I'm honestly all for any of the oddball calibers that you don't see every day. I like it whenever they add stuff that's different. Stuff you don't see every day. Those are some of my favorite calibers. What a small male. What a small male. Cape Buffalo are terrifying IRL? Yes, they are. I would not want to be using a 300 on them. Cape Buffalo are one of those things where you don't want to mess around with them. Which is why 375 is the minimum most places allow for dangerous game in Africa. A lot of times 375 is going to be the lowest you'll want to go with. And most people recommend something like a 416 or a 460 as the rifle to use. Or a 470. 470 is also a good option. We'll check down here. $500 nitro? Yeah, that would be cool too. There's a lot of large, big game rifles, like dangerous game rifles that I'd love to see. I think the one I want to see the most, though, is still the 416. I don't know why, but I just have good memories using the 416 in, like, some of the older Cabela's games and the Hunting Unlimited games when I was growing up. I've just got good memories using the 416 in those games. And I'd love to see the 416 come to Call of the Wild. Yes, Hunter 4, I've got a female and a male albino lion. I got the female one in single player when I was grinding them like maybe a year and a half ago. And then with the male, I got it in multiplayer. Oh, we got elk over there. That's good. Yeah, 500 Magnum would be cool. I've always thought that it would be a pretty nice handgun to add. It would be the perfect for charging Cape Buffalo. I mean, the 454 is always good. Like, it's already a really good handgun to use on them. But I don't know. There's just something about using a 500 Magnum that's just satisfying. It'd be nice if they would add one. And it would satisfy the people that want a 50 cal. Because I know there's a lot of people that want a 50 cal again. Even though we already have the 50 cal muzzleloader. But I get it, it's not the same. A lot of people want 50 BMG, but that's just not really a common hunting round. In fact, I don't know anybody that would ever use it. But, 500 Magnum, now that's a little more common thing to be used for hunting. Especially as a defensive sidearm for, like, dangerous game in Africa. I guess maybe in some places Grizzly. I don't know if you'd really use a 500 Magnum, though. Most people that I know that carry, like, a sidearm for bear protection, they usually have a 44 Magnum. 44 Magnum or 454 at the largest, usually. I don't really hear too many people using a 500 unless it's, like, African game. I play on PC. Don't see anything crazy. Alright. We have searched a lot of this server, but I want to try one more thing. We've checked it for elk, but what we haven't done is checked it for mountain lions. And I always like to kind of check the mountain lion populations as I'm looking for elk as well. I have an i7 6700K Blue Dragon. Yeah, we gotta go change the time. Yeah, there's the PC specs in the chat. Yeah, DJ. That's why a lot of people don't use it. Is because of the fact that it does just, like, absolutely blow the whole animal up and just ruin the meat. Because that's a lot of energy. That's a lot of energy from a big round. A problem is I can't really stream 60-minute trophy, Lefty. It's not really the type of series that I can stream. Because it requires me to change, like, the screen a lot from all the different ones And a lot of the things that you guys don't see for 60-minute trophy challenge is that if I fail the challenge, right, and I have to spin the fail wheel and then I have to get a diamond with, like a bow from a certain distance, I sometimes search for like 3 hours trying to find it. Trying to find a diamond to be able to take for the challenge. And whenever I record stuff live, I'm not able to interact with chat, so a lot of people wouldn't be happy with that either. Unfortunately, it's just one of those series that I can't really do live. Because most of the time, it takes focus. Because I gotta be as quick as I can, so I can't focus on anything except playing the game. Just not really a stream-friendly series. Don't see anything too crazy. I don't even see the mountain lions. We heard one. Where is it? They should add deer feeders? That'd be cool. I would like to see that. For the 24-hour. I'm not doing a 24-hour ever again. That was terrible. Corey Siemens, thank you so much for the membership at Super Crow even. Holy dude. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Hope you've been having an awesome day. Enjoy the green name in chat, the special badge icon, all of the awesome emotes, ability to use commands, access to private Discord channels once you link YouTube to Discord, and access to scrapped uploads. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Red dot? I mean, we do already have a red dot in game. Let me actually go grab it. We do have a red dot currently. Oh, I just thought of something. I wonder if we can use the 470's red dot on the ARs. Oh, I really hope we can. Can you imagine if we can use that? Let me find all of them. This one right here, the ECAT. Imagine if we can use the ECAT sight on the AR. That would be amazing. Let's go ahead and put these on a couple things though so you guys can see what they look like. Since you mentioned red dots, might as well show off a couple red dots. You know, actually, there we go. I'll put it on the 300 just because. There it is. I know there's probably a lot of people that didn't know you could actually put these on some of the rifles, but yes, Lunar, you can. You can put the full-on scopes on it. You know, one thing I hope they do with this red dot eventually is move it away from the camera, so just get it a little bit further away. Like, the eye relief is terrible. The reason this dot looks so big and bulky is because it's way too close to the character. Like, it literally looks like I'm putting my chin on the top of the bolt. This should be a little bit more like what they've done in the Hunter Primal, if you guys have ever seen that, where it's a little bit more extended out. I'd like to see something similar to Escape from Tarkov, really. But this is one of the red dots they have in game. And then the other one, which I like this one better. Do you see the eye relief on this? This is so much better. I don't know why they didn't do that with the other one. Just have it zoomed out more like this. But I'm wondering if the AR will be able to have this on it. Because they also are going to be, what's the word? Increasing the sensitivity on all the red dot sights. So it's not going to feel like you're trying to drag across the entire desk just to turn. Yeah, I've got it set to no delay, Sebla. Yeah, it is pretty bad, DJ. It's definitely not a good-looking sight. Like I was saying, though, I think if it was moved farther away from the camera, it wouldn't be bad. It would actually be half decent. The only problem is you don't get a lot of close-range scenarios where it would be useful. Most of the time, you're going to be doing long-range stuff. No, Hunts, they aren't considered rare anymore. The light brown Merriam turkey have been made a common. Yeah, Erica. Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at, is if they moved it away from the camera, the dot would become smaller because it would be farther away from you. Like this right here, the dot is, believe it or not, the dot is the same size on this as it is for that other red dot. The only difference is that this one isn't so close to your character's eyes. Like this one's actually properly far away, so it looks like a normal red dot. That's what they need to do with the other one, and that'll make it honestly perfect. Literally smash. Like, okay, I am starting at the very edge of my mouse pad. I'm gonna move 1 foot to the left. That was 1 foot across my mouse pad, and it moved this much. Now let's do this. That was 1 foot for that. You know what the thing is, like, it's not actually any different, right? But because you are zoomed in so much with a scope and you're typically taking farther shots, you don't have to move your mouse as much to keep up. Like if there's an animal right here, I can follow it pretty well. And like if that same animal was being followed with one of these sights, like you'd still be following at the same distance. The problem is a sight like this is used at close range. So because the sensitivity doesn't change, when you're at close range, you gotta keep picking it up and swiping. It's a very complicated thing. I don't know how to explain it really. I'm just hoping that you guys will get what I'm saying from watching it, but that's gonna be changed in the next update, thankfully. So the close range sights will hopefully become more useful. Hey Elias, how's it going? You didn't really miss much. We've kind of just been talking about the new weapon pack and what we expect to see for like the next 2 weapons whenever they reveal those. Oh! Howdy! So that's our first diamond potential of the day. Next to a level 7. And a 7. So once again, only gun I have on me that can take it is the Mosin. I've been carrying the Mosin 322 Hornet on me to kind of reduce the amount of rifles I have to carry. That way I can have tents if I need them. I think that's good. Honestly, I'm not too worried if it isn't because it's just a mountain lion. It's actually not good. Wow. That looked good though. Hold on. Let's try to get another angle. I think we should be able to get a second shot, but not too worried if we don't since it's a mountain lion. See if we can get another angle. Watch a troll? Probably. That's why I don't really care too much. I think at this point I've probably got like 40 diamond mountain lions, so I honestly just take running shots on them all the time now. Kind of surprised we aren't seeing it again though. It's not dead either. How far back did we hit? How far back did we end up hitting? If it was a stomach shot, surely it would be dead already. Oh, there we go. Finally died. Alright, let's go see it. I'm curious where we hit because I thought that I let it enough. Thought it was at an angle to where we could get in there. But I guess not. Yeah, that's a bug currently, Livid. That is going to be changed. They will fix that soon. Let's see what we got here. So it's non-vital. It was probably just barely back. What are you guys thinking? Where did we end up hitting? I'm gonna say intestines. I feel like it was an intestine shot. Even though it looked like it was farther forward, I'm gonna say intestines. That is a gray. Level 3 female. Wow, that's a lot of females. I don't see too many females up here normally. This is weird. Like half of this lake is female mountain lions, which is not normal. What's wrong with my dog? My dog is like mega bugged. Alright, well. Let's see. I'm gonna say it would have trolled. I've been getting trolled a lot recently. Yeah, it would have trolled. We're good. It was a stomach shot. Okay. That is not where I aimed. What the? That was not where I aimed. So it was facing this. I aimed like right here. Which, given the lead, it would have hit stomach anyway. So regardless, it would have hit stomach, but that landed way to the right and low. This is exactly what I've been telling you guys about with the weird occasional inaccuracy with the Mosin. It doesn't happen too often, but every once in a while it does this, where I aimed right here. Like I said, I still would have messed it up regardless, but it hit low and to the right. And there's so many people that never believe me when I say this happens, but this has been a very long-term issue with the Mosin ever since Truax Black Buck got added to the game. But yeah, it's unfortunate. Oh well. It is what it is. Thank you, Wildside. I appreciate that. My favorite diamond is probably the red deer. Gotta be the red deer. Nice, sweaty boy. Yeah, pretty much dino. This game is lying. I know, right? Believe it or not, Smash, that's just kind of how the Mosin's been, though. I showed it in a video a while back as well, where like... Ooh, that's a nice one. That's diamond potential, but I don't think it would make it. Let's use this as a test again. Let's do a super long-range Mosin shot. Okay, that's him. I want to see if it'll do it again. Probably won't, but you know. I have no idea where those are landing. Oh, wow. It landed perfect. Alright, so because it's 300 away, we're going to back up slightly more. Because it's only at like 270. Yeah, it doesn't look like diamond horns. We're mainly just doing this as a test. Okay, that one looked fine. I think that one was good. Now let's try one standing. And see how that does. Obviously, we gotta wait for it to stop, but I just want to see how this does. I think he moved a tiny bit. So, based on how he moved, that should hit like liver. And it's not dying at the speed of a liver shot, so I think we might have got the bug there. Let's go claim it. It's gonna be hard to get like an accurate representation, except for on like animals that are in their zone feeding or drinking. That's probably gonna be the best ones to test it on, but this will give us a rough idea, because we kind of know where that shot would have hit on that second one. It looked like it was probably a liver shot, but I think it hit farther back than it should have. Got my first diamond with a bow. Nice, Elias. That's awesome. Yeah, I think so too, Blitz. It definitely looked like it hit really far back. What's my favorite great one? I think I like the red deer the best, but they're both good. I like both of them for different reasons, so it's kind of hard to choose, but if I had to pick one, it would have to be the red deer. More specifically, the small rack great one red deer. I love that thing, and I still don't have it. I've only got the big rack one. Yeah, could one of the mods drop the Discord in chat? Hey, Cheetah, how's it going? Good to see ya. Are you excited for the ARs? Want to see a 223 or a 300 Blackout? Both would be pretty sweet. A 223 AR would definitely be nice, as well as the 300 Blackout. Alright, so this is the first one we shot. We got a perfect broadside on it. Yeah, so that one hit exactly where we aimed, and we were prone when we took this shot. So keep that in mind. We were prone on that one, and it hit perfect. Let's see where we got this second one, because it looked a little less than perfect. And it's definitely non-vital, so I think that already is definitely not where we aimed. We will see, though. You know, I kind of like doing little tests like this occasionally. Just testing out different things to see, like, if they're really a thing or not. I don't think they would, Mark, because those aren't really used for hunting in real life. AR-15s are a very common rifle to use, especially across the US. I've never heard of many people using an AK. Oh, definitely far back. So, if I'm remembering right, we aimed about here. Well, we actually aimed about here, but it moved as we shot, so the bullet would have hit here. However, it's like way back here. I definitely think that one did get the bug, where the Mosin went a little bit to the right. I could be wrong, though. Like I said, this was a pretty bad one to use as an example because of the fact that it took a step as we shot, but it might be farther back than what we should have had. We'll have to see if we can find something else to use it on. There should be lots of mountain lions around here, so we can test it on those. Yeah, Justin, I do. What's your thoughts on silencers or suppressed weapons? Just add damage range fall off, but don't spook off the whole herd. I think I'd like to see suppressors. The thing about it is, I don't know if they would take the realistic route or if they would take the, like, video game route with them. Because in real life, it does not add, like, damage fall off. In fact, a lot of times it actually increases the damage range. But a lot of video games do make it so that it reduces range to kind of, I guess, balance it out. What I'd really like to see Call of the Wild do if they add suppressors is, I'd like to see them take the realistic route and make it so it doesn't reduce the range. Oh, how did that spook it off? That's weird. I'd like to see it so it doesn't reduce the range, but instead, is very heavy. And I'd like to see it so that, maybe slightly decreases the spook range, maybe cuts hunting pressure in half. But then you have that extra weight, so you can't carry as much stuff, maybe anywhere between 2 and 5 units. That way you would have to probably replace one of your rifles. And I think that's how they would balance it. Because I would like to see them take the realistic route and make it so it doesn't reduce range. But it's hard to say what they would do. But I 100% would love to see them in the game at some point. 2 7s here. Okay, let's test it on this. How far is that? 305, perfect. Okay, so this is right at 300. That hit perfectly, or so it should have. I think we just did it, guys. If that doesn't prove it, I don't know what will. You guys saw that, right? That was a perfect shot. Right at the shoulder crease. And that thing's not dying. That thing is not dying at all. Okay, that one was my bad. I shot a little low on that guy. That one actually did work, though. But this guy right here, he's just, like, not dying. We might do a second one just to get him down, but we need to take a look at that first shot and see where it hit. There we go. Just to get him down, and then we'll go take a look at where the first shot hit. You're just a bad shot. Oh, sure, Johnny. You can't even lie. That was a perfect shot right there. Perfect positioning. The only good shot I've had today, to be honest. My aim has been awful today, but that was probably the best shot we've took. Perfect. It still broke. I've been saying this for a long time that it still is broke. The problem is, a lot of people don't use the Mosin past 300, so you don't really notice it. At close range, the Mosin's really good. But I have noticed that if you get to like 300 meters or past, I do get a lot of issues like this where it isn't accurate. I'm curious why they haven't fixed it. Yeah, pretty much under Fisher, unless you use subsonic rounds. If you use subsonic rounds, and certain calibers are also quieter, it greatly depends on the caliber, the ammo type you're using, and also the type of can you have on it. Like, the type of can can also vary the noise levels. There's a lot of factors that go into, like, how quiet the rifle's gonna be. Okay, so this is the second one that we shot. Yeah, this hit right where we aimed. This one, though, this is the one I'm curious about. Yeah, it hit the hip. So for this one, we aimed right here. And it hit a little bit to the right. So yeah, it definitely does shoot a little bit to the right. And then the 300 just demolished it. How much do I play this game? Anywhere from like 5 to 10 hours a day. Every single day. Because typically I spend 2 hours streaming. And then minimum 3 to 4 hours recording. Or searching for trophies in multiplayer for videos. So yeah, it's a lot of playing. It can get very tiring, as you would imagine. But yeah, I definitely think it shoots a bit to the right still, at long range. What do you guys think? That would be cool, Brandon. I'd actually like something like that. Kind of make it a little more realistic and give it like a more realistic feel. There's a level 7 gray. That is not English. I can't type properly. Alright. Let's try it again. Round 2 of long-range mountain lion smokage. Let's see how this goes. For that one right there, we aimed like right at the top of the shoulder around where the spine was. Like right here. Obviously it was broadside, so wouldn't be exactly there, but let's see where this hits. Nice, Seth. I mean, obviously, because I make content on the game, I put in a lot more hours than a lot of people would. But that's just because this is my job right now, and in order to maintain that, I gotta put in the extra work to create content for you guys through videos and streams and stuff like that. So I definitely play more than most people probably would, and I definitely wouldn't play this much if I didn't make videos and streams on it. But yeah, as of now, put in quite a bit of time. Oh gosh, what happened to you? I'm sorry I did that to you, sir. I mean, at least he looks like he's just kind of chilling, hanging out, having fun. Yes, Jan, it is full-time. Used to play a lot, but ever since the bugs, played a lot of Forza. Yeah, it's understandable, Elias. I'm happy that they have got good, a bit better with the bugs, though. Like, the last couple updates have addressed a lot of things, and it seems like this next one's gonna address quite a bit of bugs as well. Hopefully after this update, the game will be running at, like, almost 100%. Alright, let's see. Curious how this will be. You ever get bored of this game and play different games? Yes, I do. I play a lot of other games. When it comes to streaming, I primarily just play this. Oh, look at that again, guys. What did I say? Look at that. That is to the right and down a little bit. We aimed right here. And that one you guys saw, like, we aimed right there on it. And it dropped down and to the right. We were right above the shoulder at the spine. I was zeroed for 300. This was 299 away. No, like, normal rifle would hit right there. Zeroed for 300. That's all I need. Yeah, exactly, Blitz. It's literally the perfect zero distance. And also, you guys are probably going to hear Aaliyah in the background. She's been very talkative the last few days. I think she's finally learning that she can make, like, loud noises, and so she's just been doing that like crazy the last couple days. It's honestly been pretty adorable to watch, though. Not really, Kenneth, because it's the same thing every time. We've had 3 shots in a row at 300 meters where it did the same thing. To the right and down a little bit, and that's how it's been in the past for me as well. Every time that I've tried to take a super long-range shot with the Mosin, and it's only that gun that does it. All the other guns are dead on at 300 meters when zeroed for 300. It's a very unique thing that only seems to happen with the Mosin. I'm assuming that it's just bugged, and it's just got some kind of accuracy issue, because I don't get that problem with any other rifles. It's spelled A-L-I-Y-A. Tristan. What do I think the next 2 weapons will be? I think the next 2 weapons in the pack will probably be... I'm just gonna guess that it's probably 2 more ARs, and say 308 AR, and maybe 224 Valkyrie or 450 Bushmaster. I mean, honestly, I don't think it'll be 224 Valkyrie. That's what I'd really like it to be. But it would probably be 223 instead, just because they already have that caliber in game. Although 224 Valk's pretty similar. Anyway, guys, I think we're probably gonna end it. I got started a little bit later today, and I still have to get a few things ready for tomorrow. If you guys have not already watched the video from today, would highly recommend checking it out. Also, at, I guess like an hour ago, I put out a YouTube short on the new AR that showcases it versus some of the geese. Definitely recommend checking that out. I did a little bit of editing on that short to kind of make it more interesting to watch, so would definitely recommend checking those out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really am excited for this new update, and I think it's going to be probably some of the most fun that we've had with the guns in Call of the Wild in a long time. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.